It feels like it's been a little while since we talked about the Hellraiser Revival game, and here they are with a brand new gameplay trailer, which we'll take a look at right now. Of course, I gotta note how funny this may contain inappropriate content for children tag is. Also, likely mature 17 plus. Once this game actually does get the A rating, I don't know. Either way, if you guys are hyped for this game, maybe leave a like, subscribe for new. Let's watch this trailer.
Ecstasy, suffering. To us, they are the same. You know nothing about the true beauty of suffering. I see your intrigue, your fear, your inability to comprehend these sights. You call for us, and you can no longer return. You can only journey deeper into hell and witness the infinite terror within. The reckoning will be transcendent.
All right, there you have it, the Hellraiser Revival gameplay trailer. One of the first things that you notice, at least I notice, is that, well, that's a great place to skip ahead, is that the game does look, I think, graphically a little improved, which is great. I think the first trailer was good enough. You know, again, I'm not a huge resolution person. As long as the game looks like it's at least in the 2010s, I'm cool. And this game looks like it's in the 2020s at least, right? So that's good enough. That's great, because I'm wanting these kind of games to set the standard going forward. Like, hey, can we get a game that looks like this, has the detail like this for all these different IPs? Because I know we're getting ahead of ourselves, but just from what I'm seeing here, I'm getting good vibes. I'm getting like effort vibes, and I think this could set the stage to seeing, you know, these other IPs potentially getting a single player experience like this, which again, I would be super happy about. The combat looks pretty good. The only thing I don't love is, you know, with the gun gameplay, it kind of felt like you're hitting a hitbox rather than here we go. Let's just get the Gooner imaging out of here. But it feels like you're hitting a hitbox rather than actually like shooting something. Like, maybe that's just my opinion. Let's see. But like right here, this splat, that looks pretty cool, by the way. The splat kind of, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's going through them. It just kind of looks like it's hitting a barrier. But, you know, that's a small complaint. I think the game looks, once again, it looks really good. And, yeah, it's got all the elements that you'd kind of expect from a Hellraiser game. And again, I think the graphics look like they've been improved. The gore looks crazy. The visuals look crazy. And again, I think it's touching on pretty much everything you'd want in a Hellraiser game, just based on what we can see. Of course, maybe the story's garbage. Maybe the game's only 3 hours long. I'm not sure. I'd expect like an 8 to 10 hour game. I think that's pretty fair. And yeah, this is probably going to be one of the craziest games we've seen released in a while. And I would say the game that is testing that ESRB rating more than any has in a long, long time. Really curious to see if this actually does stick at that M rating, or if it gets pushed up to that A+, which, yeah, that'd be kind of insane. I think it's weird because you want to get this game out to as many people as possible, right? M+ games, you know, I feel like, you know, most parents, when they're, you know, buying games for their kids, M doesn't really mean as much anymore. You know, in my opinion. I mean, if I was a parent, I would never let my kid touch this game, even though I've watched this kind of stuff for a long, long time. But that A rating also, that is a crazy clickbait across the internet, like all over, like, you know, news feeds that don't even cover video games. Like, you'd probably be seeing this on, you know, CNN talking about first A-rated game in a long time, mainstream game, you know, and it'd be talking about like, should these games be allowed and stuff like that. Free publicity, you know, there's no such thing as bad publicity, especially when I feel like most people would be on the side of defending this. So again, that I wonder if they're weighing those options, like, hey, we can get this game to more people if it's M rated, but if we go to A, that is like free media press. I don't know. I would be maybe pushing that A. I'm not exactly sure what goes into that, how they can sell the game. Like, how does that work? I'm really, I don't know, what's the difference between 17 plus and A rated? Because that's literally a year difference, right? M rated is supposed to be 17 plus, and then A rated is adult, which you're an adult at 18. So what really is the difference when buying these games? Like, is it harder to buy it online or on a marketplace? Like, you need to actually have an ID or something? I'm not really sure, honestly. So I'm kind of curious to see how this ends up going for them. As again, there's the pros and cons to both sides of that. Either way, though, from what we can see, rather than, I'm trying not to glaze it up too hard, I think it looks good. And we'll have to see when the game actually comes out or when more details are revealed. But I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's a Gooner paradise, but it looks like it could be a lot of fun and hopefully, seemingly, very true to the original source content. And again, really hoping this does well so we can see other games get their single-player experiences. Excited for this game, excited for Halloween, and if you are as well, maybe subscribe, leave a like on the video, as we're going to be covering those games, from now until they come out, and, afterwards, we'll be playing those on the channel as well. So, either way, I appreciate you guys all for watching. Let me know what you guys think of the trailer, / just gameplay in general in the comments section below, and what are your hopes, I suppose, for this game, and what game would you like to see made into this kind of single-player experience next? Hopefully you guys come back for next video, but until next video,